Okay, welcome. We're doing angles of elevation and depression today. On the handout for the notes, there's a couple of labeled pictures. If you have an observer below, observing an object that is at a higher place, a higher elevation, then this angle between the horizon line and that object is called the angle of elevation. So basically that's when the observer is looking upwards at something. If the observer is up high looking down on something below, then we draw a horizontal line, and the angle between there and your horizon line is called the angle of depression. Depression meaning you're looking down, elevation you're looking up. So that's just a good way to remember it. To have these examples, we do have to draw in the horizontal line on each of these, and so you want to make sure that you know how to do that. And we'll go through that as we do each of these problems. Alrighty, so on example 1, it says at a point on the ground 40 feet from the foot of a tree, the angle of elevation of the top of the tree is 42 degrees. Find the height of the tree to the nearest tenth of a foot. So what we're going to do first is draw a little picture. So there's a point on the ground 40 feet from the foot of a tree. So let's draw a little tree. Doesn't have to be fancy.
Doesn't matter what kind of tree.
Doesn't matter what kind of tree. You can draw a Christmas tree if you want. Okay, so we're going to have, and I'm going to kind of put a point in the middle of the tree. And then we're going to, actually, we want to draw it from the side, don't we? Okay, so 40 feet. So starting from here, there's a point 40 feet away over here. So point on the ground, 40 feet from the foot of the tree. The angle of elevation to the top of the tree is 42 degrees. So it's like you're from a point on the ground going up to the top of the tree. We'll just say right there to draw our triangle. And then this is 42 degrees. And this would be our right angle right here. And it says find the height of the tree to the nearest tenth of a foot. So the height of the tree would be this distance over here. This is what we're going to call x. So remember we were learning before so, ka, toa. So we're going, yes, and we had the song and everything. They're singing in the background. So we want to label our sides, see what sides we have, and figure out which part we're using. So the x is what we're looking for, which is across from 42. Which side would that be?
Opposite.
That's the opposite, okay, or O. And then this is next to the 42, but it's not the hypotenuse. So that would be the adjacent. So you need to find the one that has the O and the A. So that's the OA and the TOA. And this tells us we're going to use tangent. So we'll have tangent of 42 degrees equals x over 40, because this is the opposite and adjacent. We go in order, TOA. All right, guys, tell me how to solve it.
Multiply by 40.
Multiply both sides by 40. So I'm going to take 40 times tangent of 42 degrees, and I'm going to take x divided by 40 times 40, which gets rid of that fraction. And then we're going to type that into our calculators, which I should have gotten mine out already. So we're going to do 40 times tangent 42, and it wants us to round to the nearest tenth of a foot. So it comes out 36.016. Since it wants to the nearest tenth of a foot and the tenth is 0, it's not going to round up. We'll just say 36.0 feet. Or you could just do 36 feet, since to the nearest tenth would actually be 0.
Oh. See, I thought that was a comma.
Sorry, it's a period. It is kind of a, I didn't write super neatly. All right, did everybody get that one written down? Yep. Okay, so let's look at example 2. Find to the nearest degree, so that'd be the nearest whole number, the angle of elevation of the sun when a vertical post 15 feet long casts a shadow which is 20 feet long. Okay, so first we have the vertical post, so let's just draw that. There's my vertical post, and it is 15 feet high, so I'm going to label that 15 feet. And it casts a shadow which is 20 feet long. If I can draw a straight line, we'll get this drawn. So make that a little bit longer than the post. Okay? So we made our little right triangle, and this is 20 feet. There's 15 feet. Now it's asking for the angle of elevation. And that's, so angle of elevation, the sun. So the elevation is going to be, I'm going to push pause.